Hey everyone, Cleveland Card Connection here. Before I show you some of these awesome autographs that I got at Bristol, I have to give a huge shout out to Kevin, Roger, and especially Danny from Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys. I wouldn't have probably gone down to Bristol if it wasn't for him, and I definitely wouldn't have had tons of things to get signed if it wasn't for him. He probably gave me about 90% of these things to get signed, and I don't think he would have done that for everybody. And honestly, he's like a little brother to me. It's like we were separated. It's really hard to explain. It's like we left off where we left off at, and we started back up. But yeah, it was pretty sweet, and it's felt like I've known him forever. It's pretty awesome. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of these sweet autographs. I'm gonna go ahead and get a recap. I got a total of, I counted 42 autographs, but I'm gonna start with the coolest, nicest guy, and I'm gonna sprinkle in some pictures and some videos and whatever. And I'm gonna just start with the nicest guy of the whole day. It was Justin Allgaier. He signed 4 cards for me and 2 hero cards, which I'm going to be getting to here shortly. He was very personable, just awesome guy. Stood there, talked to us for like 10-15 minutes. This hero card Danny gave me, I got signed, and then this is the one they were giving away at the autograph session. But he was awesome. I let him know my wife wasn't very pleased about going down there, such short notice and whatnot. And he actually told me to get out my cell phone, and he was going to record a message, which you'll see right here.
All right, Stacy, Josh is really sorry that he left to come out here. But if he hadn't come here, he wouldn't have come and gotten an autograph and had a good time. He's met a lot of people. He's had a really good time. So he'll take you to dinner and maybe buy you some flowers, but don't be too mad at him, okay? Please.
The second one I'm going to show was actually probably the least most personable person I've ever met. I kind of knew that going forward. I did sell out a little bit and got his autograph, but I'm probably going to either do a giveaway with it or go in the backyard and burn it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's this guy, Kyle Busch. I set out a couple things for him to sign. He literally just looked down with his sunglasses, next, like just walked down the line. Did not say a single word, didn't say hi, didn't say cool, didn't say hey, thanks for coming, nothing. Not a single word. But yeah, it's just, I started, I wanted to do that one second. I wanted to get the best guy out of the way and the worst guy out of the way. Everyone else was pretty cool. The next one I'm going to do here, he was pretty personable, and I'll show you here in a sec. All right, so here's the third one I'm going to show you, and he was actually pretty personable as well. He came by twice, signed for everybody. He signed for me twice, and he actually cracked a joke about Kyle Busch signing autographs and how bad he is at it. It's Joey Logano. I got a couple cards here signed. I got this pretty sweet hero card, and then I actually was given this die cast to get signed, and we really nice signature on that one. And then I had my own die cast, and it didn't turn out very well. He kind of signed it in a weird spot, and then so and it smeared. It's a pretty bad signature because it's on this plastic whatever, but he tried signing it, like started it right here, and then like he stopped because he realized it dropped down, and then he like restarted. So I don't know, it's a pretty bad one, but it's still pretty cool. I've had this card forever. This is from what year is that? 2010. But Joey was really awesome. This one I'm going to show is a fan favorite of everybody. And it's Miss Haley Deegan. She did blow everybody off, but she did have an appearance to get to probably within like 5 minutes, all the way at the other side of the track. So I kind of understand that part. But we did get down to that appearance. It was pretty awesome. So Danny printed this out for me to get signed because I have her father Brian. Picture's kind of the same. I have it signed. It's at work. And then I did get her rookie card signed. And this is the hero card they were giving out. I got that signed also. And I took a picture with Brian and Haley. And I'm going to show you guys here. Sprinkle some video in, or some pictures and whatnot. This next one was Brett Moffitt. This car was also given to me, and I ended up missing him coming by, and I was looking through all the stuff I had, and I'm like, oh, I don't have any Brett Moffitt stuff. Well, then Roger, Kevin, they both looked at me and like, we gave you a car. So I found the car, and he was all the way down there. I sprinted there like Usain Bolt, and it was crazy. I sprinted. I haven't run that fast in a long time. I'm a bigger dude, and caught up to him, got him to sign it right as he was getting ready to step into this van to drive away. And I was like, I was pretty happy about that. This next one was also at the same signing as Justin Allgaier. It was Noah Gregson. That's the hero card they gave out. And then he signed this Victory Lane rookie card for me in silver, which I didn't even request for him to do that. He did that automatically. So he kind of understands what looks cool. But I handed him this card, and he's like, where'd you get that card? Because I don't know if he ever even saw it, because this is really the newest release from NASCAR. And I was like, oh, I just bought a box, and it was in there. And that looks sick. Probably one of the better looking autographs I got out of the day. Probably one of my favorite drivers growing up was Michael Waltrip, and that one turned out awesome on these cards. They're like a matte finish, but Danny said he never really comes around to sign anymore, and he was really surprised to see him come. And I ended up getting these two signed. Danny got two signed, and as Mikey was walking away, Danny was kind of bummed out. He wanted to get a couple more cards signed that he needed to help complete his autograph sets. So I'm like, give me the cards, I'll run over there. And went over there, ended up getting those signed as well for Danny. Came back, and Danny was pretty happy about that. He didn't think he would sign anymore for us, so pretty surprised. And also I took a picture with him. And I ended up getting Eric Jones on the really awesome purple of the select here. It was kind of a bummer. He was like the first guy that came out to sign, and I was still trying to get everything organized and ready to go. So all I could really find was this one. And then after he signed, I found about 3 or 4 other things, set them off to the side. He did come back to sign again. At the same time Joey Logano came out, so I grabbed both things. By the time Logano signed everything else for me, Eric Jones was gone, so I ended up only getting one, but it is a sweet card. Michael Annett is the next one. He was a pretty nice guy. He came through a couple different times. He was also at the signing with Allgaier and Gregson. This was the hero card they handed out, and then I ended up getting a a card signed, and I took a picture with him. Then Hermie Sadler came through, and like I said, most of the stuff Danny gave me. Brandon Jones, he was a nice guy. He didn't say much. He was kind of quiet dude, but he did sign a couple different times for everybody. I mean, he wasn't very talkative, but I did ask him how his car was going, and he talked about that for a couple seconds. So he was personable. And he signed everything for whatever anybody wanted. I just think maybe he's just a quiet guy. And I got a couple more Matt Craftons, even though I did meet him at the event here in Ohio. Christopher Bell was the next one. Got a couple. I think this one he signed sideways, because when I was handing them the cards, I kind of went like that. So they didn't even have to grab them, they just signed them. So he signed them kind of sideways, but that's all right. And also got a hero card signed. I got a Tyler Reddick signed. Jeb Burton. This was the card they handed out at the signing event with Justin Allgaier and Jeb Burton. I also had sign a card for me. And then I got 3 Johnny Sauters. Justin Haley signed a hero card for me, and I got his rookie card in Victory Lane. So I got 2 rookies to sign their Victory Lane cards, which was pretty sweet. I was pretty happy about that. Jennifer Jo Cobb, she was pretty nice. She wasn't that bad. She was pretty personable. Walked through a few times, stopped every time. And Ray Black Jr., he was a pretty cool cat as well. Very talkative, very personable, and really seemed like he enjoyed signing for everybody. But other than that, like I said, Justin Allgaier, awesome. Kyle Busch, not awesome. Everyone in between, they were pretty chill, pretty cool. Other than that, those were all the autographs I got. I hope you all have a good day, and also still another huge shout out to Danny. I greatly appreciate it, dude. And I'll see you all later.